In this video, we're going to talk about two concepts: printing part of a variable and printing part of a list. So for example, printing part of a variable might be printing the first 5 characters of the name variable. Our printing part of the list might be printing the second and third addresses in the list. While showing how to do this with a print statement is interesting, it'll be more important when we get into looping functions and using parts of list as part of the looping function. So we'll worry about that in a future chapter, but right now all we're concerned with is just the methodology of how we do this. Okay, let's see how this is done. You can see the 3 variables that I've already defined for us. So I'm going to come in here and type print. We need to tell it what variable we want to print, so we're going to put a parenthesis, and it's going to be the my name variable. There it is. We're going to put a square bracket and tell it 0:5. And we'll explain that in just a second. Let's see what it does. So I printed my first name. So first of all, why the 0? The 0 is the first position you see. So the V is in the 0th location. The I is in the 1 location, the N is in the 2 location, the C is in the 3 location, the E is in the 4 location. So what happens to the 5th location? Well, the space is not printed. It's saying from the 0th position up into the 5th position, but not printing the 5th position. So let's do that again. So print parenthesis my name, select that out of the list, square bracket, and let's put in 6:12, get outside the parentheses, hit enter, and notice it prints my last name. So again, we know 0 through 4 position was my first name. The space is my 5th letter, or is the 6th letter, 5th position there. The D is in the 6th position. So that's the first item we're going to print, is the 6th position, which is the D. 7th is the I, N is the 8th, 0 is the O is the 9th, T is the 10th, E, the 11th is 0. The 12th is not printed. There is not a 12th position actually. So it prints from 6 through 11 position, which is my last name in this variable. So this is how to print parts of a regular variable. Now we can do sort of the same type of thing with a list variable. So let's see how we would do this with a list variable. So we're going to come in here again and we're going to type print parenthesis square and put what variable. So we're going to do list address, square bracket, and say I wanted to put the second position from the list. I want that printed. So let's put a 2 there, get outside the parenthesis, hit enter, and it prints the Lewis and Clark Way address. So the 1000 Community College Drive was the 0th position. The 109 East Broadway was the 1's position. The 2's position was the 566 Lewis and Clark Way. And we tried to only print the 2 positions, so that's what it did. Let's do this again. Print parenthesis, and let's use the grade list this time. List grades, square bracket, the 1st grade up into the 4th grade, space outside the parenthesis, and it printed for me the 86, which is in the 1st position, the 0th position being 97, the 2nd position being 54, the 3rd position being 100. The 4th position is not printed because it goes up to the fourth position, but doesn't print the fourth position. So remember, the first position is always 0, and then we move ourselves and step ourselves through the positions. That's going to be very important when we use this command back in the looping statements in the future of this class.